Hi, welcome to I Swear I'm Stitching. I'm Sarah. This is episode 82, and today is the 22nd of December. If you celebrate Christmas, you know it's just 3 days away. So today I went all out and wore my headband and my silly new shirt that is noisy. But anyways, okay. So this is a channel about Flosstube. This is a channel about cross stitching. And then I also quilt and knit. I don't knit very much anymore, so it's not a lot of that. There's a little bit of quilting. I'll save it for the end in case you don't want to see it. And then, so today I have some projects. Like only 2 stitching projects. I've been busy making Christmas gifts, so not a lot of stitching. And then the MSQ Advent calendar. I'm so sorry, guys. I thought I got that little tickle in my throat worked out before we started. I did not. Okay. So, let's start with, I have FOs, but they're pictures because I gifted them yesterday. And then they're not cross-stitched. So I will jump into the cross-stitch. So I focused on just when I did get a chance to stitch, because like I said, I was doing other things most of the week, I focused on Halloween and Hawk Run Hollow. Oh, almost knocked over my iced coffee. That would have sucked. That would have sucked. Okay. So this is by Carriage House Samplings. Everyone's seen it, but I'll show it to you again. I'm dropping things. Okay, so that's Halloween Hawk Run Hollow. I'm working on the monsters right there. And I made one change on, you can't see, the picture's so small. On Frankenstein's monster, you can't see his bolts in his neck. So I changed mine to a darker gray so they're a little more clear. And then when I do the mummy, I'm not doing the face. I'm just gonna have straight up white mummy because I don't like the face. Dracula will stay the same. So mine is on 18 count Ada by To Die For Fabrics in Ashen Tan, and I'm doing 1/1. See, I think you can see his bolts a little bit better because I just darkened them. I don't like his mouth. It looks to me like he has a weird, like, silent movie actor mustache, but I'm not ripping it out. You can't see, but I did a bunch on Dracula's face. That's white. So yeah, focused on that. I got all the green done, a little more of the black border, all of Frankenstein's monster. They're not big. I mean, they're all filled in, but for some reason, I don't know if it's because this pant green and the inside of the coffin green is so, like, goldy color, so close. I kind of lost my, I was kind of blah over stitching it, so I didn't do as much every day as I'd hoped. This one's going to be a pain in the nut. Pain in the butt because it's going to be so much white, and God, I hate white. Is it white or ecru? I think it's ecru. Close enough to white. So, yeah, that's my project on that. Progress on that. And let's see what's today. Today is 12 days stitching on one project for Fandom Stitching. I think today's day 10, so I have 3 more days to work on that before I put it away. I don't want to, but it was the solstice, yesterday? So I started my Winter Queen, my Winter Lady, whatever, I don't know what I'm calling her, what I picked out to stitch. Basically copying Janet Jabber. She had what are they called? Mirabilia, like winter, like the seasonal queens. She had like the Winter Queen, Autumn Queen, and she pulled them out during their seasons and worked on them. And I thought she finished them all, beautiful. And I thought I'm going to do that because I have some ladies and some kits I want to get working on. So I picked 4 ladies. Oh, they're all ladies. Some big, beautiful projects to work on. The winter is at the Met. My nose is itchy. Flosstube, itchy nose. Spring is Lacapati from Bella Filipina. Summer is Witch of Salem Bay, my primitive And then fall is Cathedral Woods Goddess by Mirabilia. Anyways, so my main focus is going to be at the Met, because I just started her for my winter project. And then when oh my gosh, when January starts, I start my own personal sals of the cryptid and the supernatural from Witchy Stitcher. I think I just pulled my hair up and look Mormon now, like the big poof. I haven't seen any sals I want to do from like new sals for next year from any designers. What sals are you working on? I know there's the Modern Folk Embroidery sal. I'm not interested in that one. That's the only sal I'm aware of. What sals are you working on for next year? Like, clue me and show me some sals. I don't know if I'll join them, but I'd like to see them because you never know. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. Starting in January. January 1st, I have a new start. And then in January, I want to start my sal. And then I'm focusing on my Mirabilia. I'll work on other stuff in between, obviously, because I'm in fandom stitching. That helps me touch a lot of projects with their prompts. But Halloween Awkward Hollow probably will get put away for a while. Probably. Okay, so yesterday with Julie from Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, we started our At the Met from Mirabilia for the solstice. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? Now, Julie, I almost called her Julia. Julie is thinking of darkening up her skin tone, which I like. I'm going to hold off and see how hers looks and then possibly copy her, because I already have her skin conversion for Cathedral Woods Goddess for a darker skin tone that I am going to do when I do her. Plus, you know, Mirabilia likes her fair-ass ladies, and we are doing a dark fabric, and I feel like she's going to glow on it. So I will hold off on my skin until I see what Julie does, and not copycat her, because I'm a big copycat, and Julie is fantastic with colors. Something just turned on. Anyways, so started it yesterday. I started at like midnight. I was like, solstice time, starting it. Because I knew I was going to be busy all day yesterday, and I was. I was with my friend, and we ran around running errands, buying silly shirts. And anyways, so oddly enough, also, Julie and I decided to do like a red fabric. We both had the exact same fabric, so we are using the same fabrics. It is 32 count Crimson Peak by Jody of Steel City Stitchers. I'm using all the called for stuff that comes in the kit. Like I said, the only thing I'll possibly change is the skin tone when I see what Julie does. And doing it 2/2. So I start right in the middle, right there at her hip, right under her hand. Is where I've started, right there. Right there. That's where I'm at. And it's funny because Julie sent me a picture of her start on Instagram, and we had almost the exact same stuff done. Like, and then I had a little bit of this, and she had more of this, like outline done, but it was pretty funny. So that's what I got done yesterday, and I'll work on her a little bit, but like I said, the next 3 days, I'm gonna finish up my fandom stitching, touching at least 100 stitches a day on Halloween Awkward Hollow. And then her beautifulness. Oh, look at those. She is so pretty. I love her black hair. Oh, she's gonna be so fun. Look at all these pretty beads, you guys. Look at all those pretty beads. Where's it? Look at that. Look at that color. Look at that one. Ah, it's gorgeous. We were talking, Julie and I were talking about how nice Mirabilia is to stitch, because I was scared to start a Mirabilia, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I did one years ago, because they're so big and they look so like intricate and beautiful, but it's so nice because really it's just like, it's like they're small chunks, small blocks, so you don't get like super bored because it's not this huge chunk of color, but then you're not constantly changing color. Like, that's 4 or 5 colors, but they're big enough. Oh, my stitching is so ugly. But they're big enough sections where, you know, you don't feel like you're constantly changing your color, but then there's smaller sections where you don't feel like you're slogging through this huge chunk of color. And I'm the kind of person who, I don't do 1/1 for the skin. I just do the called for. I just do it like it says to do it, because I'm lazy. But yeah, so don't be afraid to do a mirabilia. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of beading, but really beading's not that hard, trust me. This one only has one cry neck, which is, you know, metallic threads are kind of an ass to work with, but this one only has one cry neck, I believe, so that's not bad. But the beading really is, once you get in the rhythm and the hang of it, it's so fun. If the beading is scaring you, start with a mill hill. It's nice and small, and then you'll realize, oh, beading is not anything to be scared of, and then you can do a gorgeous lady with all her fancy beads. Yes, I say give a mirabilia a try. I also, when I first saw mirabilias, were like, that's not for me. I'm not a fancy lady stitcher. I'm not. Like, but then, like, you keep coming back to them. You keep looking at them. And you're like, damn, that's gorgeous. I do want a fabulous big lady on my wall. So, that's my stitching, you guys. So if that's all you're here for, bye. Thanks for stopping by. I noticed that I have a few new people, and I really appreciate you stopping by, giving me a chance. Thank you. It's very sweet. I know I'm an acquired taste because I curse, and I like graffiti penises. So, you know, again, acquired taste. But I appreciate you stopping by. Goodbye. Okay, so now my headband is coming off. Oh, see, I don't like to have my hair, because then I have such a big forehead, I look bald. But now I look more, I don't know. Okay. Let's move on. So I have other projects I did that were not stitching for Christmas presents that I gave to, I've already wrapped from mother-in-law or given to my BF. I'm not putting any of my things back in the bag for her family because we spent the day together yesterday. So let's see, what did I make? I have pictures. What did I make? Made stuff that wasn't stitching. Let's see. I already showed you my yarn fabric trees that me and the kids made. Oh, that's from a different day. I'm looking at the wrong notes. Okay. Oh, okay, so my best friend, love of my life, work wife. Well, ex-work wife, because I don't work there anymore. Anyways, she likes wolves. She's the kind of person that would wear one of those shirts with a howling wolf and like multiple wolves in the background and a big like moon. So I bought from Craft Towards Joy, the place where I got all my Edgar Allan Poe FPP patterns. I bought a wolf howling at the moon pattern, and I turned it into a project bag for her. And I love it. And she loved it. She was like, oh my God, did you make this? And I did. I even, like, when I make my own project bags, I don't usually use interfacing because then I can fold them up easy. When they're not being used, I can just fold, like, fold, wedge into, like, a corner. I don't have a lot of space, so I don't use interfacing in my bags. I used interfacing on both sides, which, oh my God, it's so much to sew through. And then I do the zipper top because it's just easier, especially she's an embroiderer and she just shoves stuff into her project bag, so it's easier just to have a top for her to shove. But yeah, so it's just, that moon is like grunge, and then, I don't know, just random grays and stuff. I had my stash, and then Bonus Child made herself a project bag recently and bought that fabric for it and told me to keep the rest, so I used it, and it's perfect for like the background. Inside's just black. I have no idea what the size is. I didn't measure it. I think the square ended up at 14 by 14 when I added to the sides. Anyways, that's the bag I made, my lovely lady. It's so cute. When I was putting it together, I was like, that's not gonna look like a freaking wolf. And then it was done, I was like, that's a freaking wolf howling at the moon. Craft Towards Joy, you guys. If you do want to do FPP, Craft Towards Joy on Etsy. Craft Towards Joy on Etsy. She doesn't have a whole lot of patterns. I don't think. I feel like there are a lot because they're like a lot of Edgar Allan Poe. Sorry, my bra is like driving me crazy. anyways, go check out her Etsy if you want to try FBP. They're fantastic. And then for her sister, I made some tiles, some coasters out of fabric. I used 3 from the Missouri Star Quilt Christmassy charm pack we got, and then I just used some from some Christmas stash I have. So it's just, you know, you get, I had those tiles lying around because I made some, I was in a Lord of the Rings swap some years back, and I made like a little tile. I didn't use as much Mod Podge and stuff, so it was more for decoration than for like practical use. I made a Smaug tile for someone, and then for some reason I was, instead of just buying 1 tile to make the project, I bought like 7 or 8. So I've had like just tiles laying around in my craft area forever. So I grabbed those, grabbed some fabric, and slapped on a bazillion layers of hodgepodge and made her some coasters. Put it in a cute little basket to hold. And then I'll show you that when I show you the Advent. I finished my nephew's quilt. It took me forever to bind it because I found out I don't like binding just straight non-decorative, non-patterned fabric, because I feel like you can see my stitches a lot more on the binding, and I was like, it was bothering me. Plus, after speed binding 2 quilts not long ago, I was like, oh my gosh, usually binding is my favorite part because I find it calming and the hand sewing is nice, and this was a slog, sad to say. But this is a Type It quilt from the patterns from Moda. I used just some red jelly roll I got off Amazon. I know it wasn't the best quality, but it was the only variety of just straight up reds I could find anywhere. And black grunge. I had it quilted at from Missouri Star Quilt. Like I said, this Type It from Moda. Stand up and scoot back. I love it. I hope he loves it. And I tried to finish it quickly because they are moving from Indiana to Pennsylvania. They might drive through my area of Ohio, and if they do, I want to give it to them. It's not a Christmas present, it's just a quilt, because this is the same nephew I was making if you've been around, I was making the knitted vest for that I hated, and I stopped, and I gave away to someone else to finish and love and wear, because I couldn't do it. So I felt bad, so I was like, I'll just make him a quilt. But I can't scoot back anymore. Can you see it? There it is. See, it's just straight up red in the back, so I feel like my binding stitches are like obvious, and like it bothers me. But that's it. That's his quilt. That's the Type It quilt. It's a super easy jelly roll quilt. If you're interested in making a jelly roll quilt, Type It from Moda. I believe it's free. It was so easy and fun, and like it was fun to just like randomly, you know, you sew the strips, the black to the reds, and then you just like cut them randomly so that you get varying sizes, and then you just put them in a pile or a box and randomly grab, and then that's why you get the random. On some of them I had to, like, I would random, because I would grab one and I'd be like, oh no, like it would be like going this way, and then I'd grab one that was like way over here, so it would be like, and I was like, no, I want it to have a little bit more flow, like randomy but flowy. So I had to watch some of them. Okay, I'm just gonna not bother. Oh, I just sat on it. I'm not gonna fold it, I'm just gonna drape it. Okay. Oh, that's my quilt that I finally got done for my nephew. Okay, and that's all my finished projects, because another project is from the Missouri Star Quilt, and I'll show you that. So now I'm going to do my Advent, and I do the Missouri Star Quilt Advent, and the box is over there. I took everything out because I only have 3 left after this week. So let's go. Let's start. We're starting on day 16. I've opened everything but today. So I know what everything is, but I might not remember because it's been a couple days. This is day 16. Oh yeah, it's like towels. Washable, reusable, eco-friendly, dishwasher safe, machine washable, eco-friendly, super absorbent. So they're very pretty. I love the color scheme for this box. The orange, the blues, the gray, absolutely freaking love. So yeah, so I will use this as a cleaner, but I may just save that one and like, I don't know what, I don't want to use it. It's pretty. I didn't want to dirty it. And then day 17. Oh yeah, I was excited about this because I could have used this when I was making all of those Edgar Allan Poe blocks. And then I have one of these already, but it's always nice to see. Look, it's got the, I love the theme. It's got the blocks that are like all the same. Those are on the plates as well, on the towels. So you use this when you're turning bags and things inside out and you poke the corners. Because they're not sharp, it's blunt. So yeah, so I was excited about that. And I like having another one of these because I have one that's a little bigger than this. So I like that I have two. Ooh, that one's rounded, mine's not rounded. Interesting. That was nice. Day 18. Oh yeah, I was excited about this because this goes with the glue stick, basically. Let's figure everything out of there. It is a Hexy Dreams pillow, and then it has a Hexy template. That's not a Hexy. Hexagons are hexagons. It's not a hexagon, is it? How many sides is an hexagon? Ignore me. So, and then it has So Light double-sided fusible fleece pre-cut hexagons. Yeah, they are hexagons. There's not just the shape I'm used to, the size I'm used to. So there's a pillow like this someone made years and years ago online using different shaped hexagons that I wanted to make, but they didn't sew onto the pillowcase around the shape. They just sewed like down the corners, like, I'm not good at describing. They just sewed it down by sewing on the hexagon. So I saw this and I got super excited because yeah, I will make that. And they used the fabric that came in that our last charm pack, the pretty purpley one and teal. Anyways, so yeah, so super excited about that. I will definitely make that. What's that, day 18? Day 19. Oh yeah, this was fun. Pencil sharpener because it came with pencils. Really pretty pencils. And my pencil sharpener was battery operated and it died. So I have to buy a pencil sharpener. But it came with a quilty like puzzle book. I love puzzles. It's got word searches, crossword puzzle, logic puzzle, crisscrosses, word minds, word roundup. I don't know what that is. Word searchers and word scrambles. Puzzles. Now I will say, I did one puzzle and I failed it. It was what was it called? A logic puzzle. Apparently I'm not very smart. It was not. I got it wrong. And then I did a word search and a crisscross. Is that it? Word search and crisscross. Word search and crisscross. Yeah, and I even, there's my word search. I even went in the back and looked at the finished one to compare. There are 2 words in the list. I, first off, don't know what color that is. They're not in here. They're in the list. They're not in here. And then on the crisscross, is it crisscross? Is that what other one I did? This is just a little thing, but threw me for a loop because it has, you know, the letters and how many numbers there are, and then you fill it in. This one, I had a spot up here that needed nine letters, and I was like, well, there's only 2 9-letter words, and I've used them both. That one's 9 letters. It was in the wrong section. So it doesn't bode well that I've only done 3 puzzles. 1 I failed on, and then 2 weren't checked right or done right. So I'm hoping I don't have many problems with the rest of them, because that'd be sad. I mean, I've only done 3 puzzles and 2 of them had mistakes in them. But still, you know, not some mistakes that couldn't make finishing it possible. So I love a good, like, sitting on my couch with a puzzle. I love puzzles. That was day 19? Day 20. Day 20. This is another FO. It is a crystal pincushion. So you use it came with this, and then the little bead, and then you use fabric from the line, the charm pack that came last week, and then you just make a little pillow, and then you use another piece of fabric to make a bottom. So that's heavy. I could literally probably kill someone with this. But I don't use a lot of needles. I have my cross stitch needles are in a needle book, and my binding needles for sewing my quilts are in a needle book. So, and then I have pin cushion, magnetic pin cushion for my sewing machine. So I had a pin cushion that I made years ago of a pretty tea mug that I used Malabrigo yarn and knit like a ball, shoved it in there, glued it in there, and had like my snag nabbit and a couple random pins, and then some random just needles for if I have to like sew a hole closed on something or whatever. And it just took up a lot of space, and it didn't have a lot of needles in it. And I was like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, yes, I'm going to throw that away and replace it with this. It takes up a lot less space, and it's very pretty. But bonus child collects teacups, and so when she came over, I said, do you want this? And she goes, well, I have a needle pin cushion you already gave me. I was like, well, I'm gonna throw it away. She's like, I'll take it. So didn't have to throw it away. But anyways, that's another FO. Just my little pin cushion. It's not glued in there or anything. It's just shoved in there pretty well. It's stuffed pretty well. I mean, my sewing is not the best, like gathering it, but I think it's super cute, and I was so happy with that. But I'm telling you guys, so far this box, I will, money permitting, get this again next year, 110%. And then that was day 20, and then day 21. Oh yeah, maybe this one I just opened it yesterday. This is a good one because I'm a stationery girl. It's stationery in a very nice box, tin box. So when the sticky notes are gone, I can definitely reuse this for something. And they're magnetic, so I can take it out with me to use, and then just pop back in here or keep in here. And it's got different sizes. This will be great for marking like magazines and stuff, patterns I want to stitch. This little one right here. How cute this is. I love it. I love these colors. This is great. I can't get enough of it, you guys. I can't wait to see what's in today. So today is day 22. Ooh. Flip that open. Oh, it's another pretty colored tin. Mini travel sewing tin for quilters. Magnetic inner lid. Mini rotary cutter. Mini seam ripper. 3 thread bobbins. Mini scissors and thimble. I won't use the thimble. Look how cute. That must be the rotary cutter. Look at the little tiny baby. And then look at the little tiny baby scissors. I'll probably take the thimble out because I'll never use it. And then bobbins. I don't know how I'll utilize this. I love it, but I don't really know how I'm going to utilize it. Okay, this is apparently a mini rotary cutter. It looks like a tape measure. Like I would expect it. Oh! What is that? Look at that little tiny rotary cutter. I want to cut something. I don't have any fabric to cut. I want to cut something. No. I just want to see it spin. Oh my god. Like, I can't think when I'll ever use a mini rotary cutter because I don't sew. Like, I don't travel with my sewing. I'm not part of a guild. I don't have a sewing group. But I love it. It's going to go in with my other, I have a random craft box in my purse. It's a little tin, Star Trek tin with data on it. And I have like a mini seam ripper in there, some needles, a magnet, stitch markers, a little tiny ruler. It's like 3 inches, maybe 2 inches. So I will have to put this in my purse too, I think. Oh my God, I love that. This pattern, this fabric, this is so pretty. I love that. That is adorable. That is, that little rotor cutter is killing me. Killing me. And I already decided that I'm opening my last 3 right now because I've got stuff to do. I have to cook for Christmas. We celebrate my in-laws, so I don't do the cooking. I'm basically making exactly what I made for Thanksgiving, sausage balls and deviled eggs. But my son wants to do something on Christmas Eve. He hasn't decided what. I don't know if we're going to look at lights or something. And then my husband's going to spend all day like baking cookies tomorrow. He's our cookie maker. And, you know, we're going to do things. And I just didn't want to have to worry about opening these, setting them aside, and saving them for next video. So I'm going to open them now. Let's do it. It's my Christmas, and I can do what I want. I think my head's too big for this. All right. Day 23. It's a big one. I'm talking about it's a mug. Or snow globe. I would love a snow globe. Like a Christmassy, quilty snow globe. That'd be awesome. Something breakable. It's a mug. I was right. Oh man, these colors are getting me this year. It says quilters are. Oh, I like that. Quilters are peacemakers. Oh, and it's got the pretty. It's got fluff all over it. How pretty. And then quilters are peacemakers. My husband's gonna hate me because I have so many mugs. He was like, 1 in, 1 out. It's 1 in, 1 in, 1 in, 1 breaks. 1 in, 1 in, 1 in. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. I mean, it's not cute, my Santa. But I love it so much. I'm gonna clean it and have some tea in it later. All right. Day 20. Day 25 is big, you guys. I think it's a project bag. Or maybe one of those boards. Do they sell the boards like that people make to hold, you know, that like I have, or people hold up their projects over? It's like the felt and the poster board. And do they sell those? Maybe it's one of those. I don't know. Anyways, day 24. I went ahead and popped all the things because I knew I was gonna open them. Oh, it's a book. And a bookmark with Jenny's face on it. Hillary Doan Sperry. Is she their kid? I don't know if I'll read this. The Haunting of Quilter Square. I used to read like knitting mystery books, and then they just got like, when I was kind of newish to knitting, and you know, you go all in on a craft. That's a thick book. Oh my gosh,
I'm afraid that's beyond my abilities.
I wasn't asking you anything. Is she their kid, Hillary Doan Sperry? Yep, Jenny and Ron are largely based off my parents. All right, well, there we go. I don't know if I'll read it. Maybe I will. I mean, it's probably going to be some popcorn reading. I used to read a lot, and I don't read much anymore. So when I do, I really want to read. I really have to want to read the books. I don't know. I'll put it on my bookshelf, and we'll see. It's all right. Not everything's going to be home run in a box. I mean, overall, the only thing I have hated from this box is the thread they included in their projects. The thread for the... told you it wasn't included in there. But that's how it looks unfinished. And that's how it looks finished. But the thread for this and the thread that came with the felt birds. Awful, awful, awful stuff. I don't know what kind of thread it is, but I would burn that. Whoever makes that thread, burn that place to the ground. And pins. I got pins, which, you know, I don't really need pins, so I put them aside. I might use them. I might give them to my bonus child. What else did I not care for? I'm kind of sad there's a couple mistakes in the puzzle book. Otherwise, this box is great. And the book, can't win everything. I mean, overall, freaking fantastic box. And then day 20. Son of a... I'm about to take these mothers off. Okay. Day 25. See what I mean by it's big? It's big and it's kind of stiff. So I'm thinking maybe a project bag or one of those project boards. I was right. It's a project bag. Hey, is that the same fabric from inside the box? That just was going on about how much I liked. It's very similar. So that's awesome because I really like this fabric and those colors. It's got luggage. It's got like Quilt Town sewing project case. Oh. I'm going to zip it closed first before I look inside, see what it looks like zipped up. Or not. The zipper's way shoved in there. Okay, so I'm going to try to get the zipper fixed. Oh no, the zipper's so way down in there. It doesn't want to get out. You know, like when you get it stuck way down in the bottom of your jeans and you gotta, like, yeah, that's what it's like. Put it on the ground. There we go. I'm having troubles with zippers today. Okay. It's just a little stiff. Okay. So that's what it looks like closed. Oh my God, Sarah. Little handle. That's thick. That's good. Project. I may put my EPP in this. I have one of those clear totes. Like, kind of, oh my God. Like, I mean, when you do that, it's like you get the Mormon hair, you know, like the big poof, like the big, that's what I keep giving myself, is Mormon hair. But I have an EPP project I've been working on for years, and I may put that in this, because it'll fit in there just fine, because it's in, like I said, a hard plastic one, which I can repurpose for fabric. This is awesome. Okay, let's see what's inside. Okay. Oh, see, you put your, like, your big squares that you're working on here, and they can strap them down. What's under that? I swear I know how to use straps and zippers, you guys. And that's pretty. I wouldn't mind making a quilt look like that. That's freaking pretty. What is that? Oh, it's just supposed to be a... Oh, so it's, you know, it's hard. And it goes in the bottom, but also has like a little pouch. So you can have like a little pouchy pouch. Cool, cool, cool. And then it's got a bunch of little, on the other side, like, show you examples of things you can put into it. Rotary cutter, scissors, seam ripper, scissors. Ah, see? And then, like, so it's got little compartments, little zipper, bigger compartments, like, you can put pens or pencils, maybe a knitting needle. I don't know why you put knitting needle in here. That's always what I think of as knitting needles. This little zipper pouch right here to put in these little compartments. And like I said, that showed examples of things you can put into it. Big scissors, little scissors, rotary cutter. That is so cool. Because I have my EPP project that's, I think I have a couple of the big squares done. And then I have little squares. And I can put all my supplies I have with it in here. Oh, I got ideas. I'm going to organize today. This is so cool. I'm so happy with this. This was a great way to end it. This is perfect. And like I said, I absolutely, other than the zipper, which needs just to be opened and closed a few times to loosen it up. And then I guess that is if I was to go to like a quilt retreat or something, I'd have my name on there. And so it wouldn't, no one could steal it. This is so cool. This is like a great way to end Ah, and there's a big pocket in the front. Nice. If I ever went to a quilting retreat, I can't even get myself to go to an online stitching retreat, you guys. Granted, I was sick. I don't know. I may have been more outgoing if I wasn't sick for Jingle Ball. But I used to go, you know, I went to knitting retreats for like 4 years in a row. It was the same one over and over again. But I didn't branch out to different knitting retreats. But I went to knitting festivals, knitting retreats. I was out there, man. And now the older I get, the less out there I am. Anyways, I joined the guild Facebook group. I haven't actually joined the guild because I'm scared of them. Because they're all really good quilters and they're older than me. So I'm scared. But anyways, I will definitely use this for my own storage. And I'm so excited. I'll show you next week when I get my EPP in here how I'm using it. So that's awesome. Okay. That's my Advent. So then let's see. Talk about life. Tomorrow's Festivus, so get your grievances ready to air. If you've never watched Seinfeld, if you're not of a certain age, you have no idea what Festivus is, but, you know, I air my grievances. And then there's Christmas Eve. Like I said, my son wants to do something Christmas Eve. God knows what. Christmas, to go to my in-laws. Good news is my husband might not have to work on Christmas. He's supposed to work, but he might not have to. So fingers crossed for that. What else? I took all the kids out to... Is there any other Ghibli fans? Miyazaki fans? The Boy and the Heron came out, and I did not realize that it was actually out in theaters right now. So when I saw that it was out in theaters, I texted all my kids and said, hey, tomorrow, what are you doing at 1:45? The Boy and the Heron, because they're all Ghibli fans. And they're like, nothing. Let's go. We're on. I made the mistake of not bothering to see if it was subtitled or dubbed. And so we saw the subtitled version, which I padded about for about 5 minutes. So like, great, now I got to read. Plus, Willem Dafoe voices one of the characters in the dubbed one, and Robert Pattinson, which I wasn't excited about, but Bonus Child was, also voices someone, I believe the Heron. So we were excited about that, and then it was in the dubbed version. But it was really freaking good, because it's a Ghibli movie, it's a Miyazaki movie. It was beautiful, and it was good, and it was, like, I always ask my kids, especially my son who sees movies with me a lot, you know what you think? And my son said, I was mesmerized from the first moment. So yeah, if you're a Ghibli fan, The Boy and the Heron, it's out. Go see it. It's good. What else? My plans. So I started my Mira. On New Year's Eve, I'm starting the last of my kits, because my goal this year was to start all the things I had kitted up, or that came kitted. And then my last kit is the Dinosaur Forest. I don't know. Dinosaur Forest from Owl Forest Embroidery. This is the last kit I had not worked on yet. So on New Year's Eve, this is what I will start. And I always start most of my stuff in the middle, especially if I'm afraid I don't have enough fabric. That's why I started the mirror in the middle. My whale that I finished was rather skimpy on the fabric, so I'm worried about the dinos. So I'm starting right in the middle with that little guy. And I've got it all ready to go. I'm using all their fabrics. Nope. All their threads, which are beautiful. Look at these colors. Look at those greens. Oh, look at those. That blue. Okay. So I'm using that, and I'm using the fabric that came with it, which I already sewed fabric to make it big enough to easily go on my Q-snap. So you can see the fabric there. So I've got it Q-snapped, ready to go. This is what I will start on New Year's Eve. And then on New Year's Day, I'm starting a project for my son. It is from DMC, and it's called, let me get it, 7 Colorful Birds. I got it from Sheila at Mrs. Stitches. I saw she had her pillow. She showed it, and I said my son would freaking love that. And I went right on Amazon, because I think that's where she said she got it, and looked for it. It wasn't available, so she so sweetly sent me the pattern. My son loves birds, which is another reason why we watched The Boy and the Heron. Like, there's some parakeets, and I was like, this movie is, like, There's birds everywhere. It's perfect for my son. But yeah, so I'm going to start right with the toucan on his tail because the middle start, because I'm pretty sure my fabric's big enough, but I want to make sure that I get as much. I'm just paranoid because it's beautiful fabric from Kaylee that my son picked. He wanted a white, and I don't have any white. And I was like, well, I guess I can go buy some white Ada. And I said, I have some things that are white-ish. So I showed him some fabrics, and he picked this absolutely, I already have the middle marked and everything, absolutely gorgeous Sunrise Shibori 18 count Ada from Kaylee at the sewing shop. He picked that. It looks so much more like stark white and then yellow, but it's more of like a soft white with like yellow, like soft yellow throughout, and then those lines. I haven't decided which way I want it to go yet. I think I want it to go, well, the stitch marker's on this side, so this is the way I've decided to go. It's just, you can't appreciate how pretty it is because it's just, it looks so stark white. But yeah, so he picked that, so I'm super excited to start that on New Year's Day. And look at all the colors. The birds are so colorful. I don't have all the threads, but look at all these pretty colors. All the pretty DMC. Look at the blue and the green and the red and the yellow. It's going to be so colorful and so fun to stitch. It's going to be so fun to stitch. And he wants it turned into a pillow like I showed him Sheila's. And he wants his turned into a pillow. So I will do that. So those are my only plans, I believe, you guys. Dinos, birds. Oh, I will do a whip parade first week in January. And the first week of January, I will pick winners, new winners for my 2-year Flosstube anniversary prizes if I don't hear from them like the day before that video in January. And just, again, the winners are for the Halloween-y, autumn-y box of patterns and threads and fabric and stuff is Karen Majors 6075. And then the winner of the patterns is Lofty Makes. And Lofty Makes, if you want to go back to video 78, let me go check. Yeah, I believe 78 is where I showed the patterns options. Like you pick 3 patterns of from what I show you. I think I might have also shown the patterns in video 79. I can't remember. The Lofty Makes, if you need me, I can send you pictures. But yeah, they're for sure in video 78. So, they're not for sure in video 78. They are for sure in video... they're in video... I'm sorry. My notes are all... Video 80. Yeah. They're in some video. If you need to, I can email you pictures of the options of the 3 patterns you can choose. And so basically also if that means if I don't hear back from either of them by the first week of January, I'll draw new winners. So if you want to win some patterns, if you're out of the United States, if you want to win a box of patterns and fabric and threads, if you're in the United States, go to video 78 and watch that or fast forward through that to get to the giveaway part and then enter the giveaway because I'm drawing again, possibly. And that's it, you guys. I will be here next week. It's gonna be busy, Christmas, but also not busy because it's Christmas. I know it's like it's a double negative. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. Yeah, so if you celebrate Christmas, I hope it's a great one. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you at least get some time off. I know not everyone does. Like my husband might not get, he didn't get Thanksgiving off, and he probably won't get Christmas off, but there's a slight chance, so got all my fingers and toes crossed. I hope you just enjoy your, I won't say winter, but not everyone's in my hemisphere. Oh my God, you guys, it's so hard to include everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. There we go. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Maybe not. Now bye.